This, whether you know it or not, it will come back to haunt you. It will come back to haunt you. It will. Just keep playing your game and it'll get you. Especially when it happens when she gets pregnant and comes to you asking. Keep thinking that way. Join us on the next Montel Williams Show.
Chris says although she was surprised to find out that her 17-year-old son Josh will be a father, she's decided to try and get along with her son's 33-year-old girlfriend Jackie. But 21-year-old Gail says after appearing on the show with her 15-year-old boyfriend Ryan, she realizes that dating a teenager just doesn't work.
We all remember what happened last April 19th. Tonight, a nation pauses to reflect.
We'll also show you how federal workers in Cleveland honored the Oklahoma City victims.
And fire rips through a house in Euclid, causing some scary moments for those fighting it.
Plus, breaking developments on the site of the new football stadium. We'll tell you about that too, next.
WKYC. We're building our station around you. And now, Channel 3 News.
Good evening, Cleveland and all of Northern Ohio. I'm Judd Hambrick.
And good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dawn Stensland.
What the heck happened?
It was just a corner of the office that was left that we were in.
Confusion.
I don't know what happened to me. I just saw, people bleeding all over the place and all the kids, so I just grabbed them.
We are seeing injured people everywhere. Literally dozens of people that are bleeding. Some of them you can't even make them out. Number of small children being carried, bleeding heavily from the face.
Because of this guy, I might have lost my 3-year-old daughter and my husband and my 4-year-old. So whoever did this, I hope you're happy.
Today, exactly 1 year later, as a nation, we pause in memory of those who died. That pause lasted 168 seconds.
For the 168 people who died in Oklahoma City, the worst terrorist attack in U.S. history.
We have team coverage tonight, beginning with Channel 3's Jeff Maynor, who is in satellite control now. Jeff?
I think we all felt the shock 1 year ago today. It was like the day of the assassination of JFK. We had no context for understanding it. But I think we all have sensed that the downside of living in a free society is that we may at any time be vulnerable to evil.
We saw the face of evil, but we have also seen the face of love and compassion.
The families of victims placed flowers, teddy bears, and love notes on the grassy, fenced-in plot where the federal building used to be. Vice President Gore, representing the president who's overseas, spoke at the memorial service. And the victims were remembered not by the number 168, but by name.
Lucio Ailman Jr., Teresa Alexander,
The two men charged in the Oklahoma City bombing are in prison, a federal prison in Colorado, waiting for their trials later this year. Judd and Dawn.
touching beyond imagination. Thanks, Jeff. There was local reaction today. Federal workers in Cleveland also paused this morning to mark the anniversary of the Oklahoma City terrorist bombing. As our team coverage continues, Channel 3's Joe Mossbrook says many here were also very emotional.
Despite President Clinton's request for a moment of silence at 10:02, there was no formal observance at the Cleveland Federal Building, but hundreds of federal employees here took time to privately remember the people who were killed in the bombing.
I'm going to honor those people in my own way. And I personally plan on sitting here at my desk by myself, undisturbed, for a few minutes at 10:02 to reflect that. I think everyone needs to do that.
At 10:02, someone outside. Many of them were wearing special 1 year since the bombing buttons. A few paused in front of the tree planted last September as a living memorial to the 168 people who perished in the Oklahoma City blast. But most just sat quietly, remembering the horror of a year ago.
This is the best way to honor those victims. I am apprehensive, like a lot of the employees are, but I'm going to work, and I'm going to remember.
One group of federal workers formed a prayer circle on the plaza. They held hands and prayed together. They helped each other get through that agonizing moment exactly 1 year to the minute after the deadliest terrorist attack in American history. Many federal employees here simply did not come to work today. Several employees told me the inside of the building is like a ghost town. Joe Mossbrook, Channel 3 News at the Cleveland Federal Building.
A new security system ordered after the Oklahoma City bombing was installed in the Cleveland Federal Building just yesterday.
A Euclid family woke up to their smoke detector this morning. Minutes later, dozens of firefighters were on the scene fighting the flames. This fire apparently started in the basement, then spread up into the walls. Euclid fire crews had to call for help from 4 different communities, but the fire was so fierce they had to pull out. One fireman was rushed to the hospital suffering from smoke inhalation and heat exhaustion. He was treated and released this afternoon. Fire crews say the home is a total loss tonight of more than $100,000. A Ravenna man is in jail right now after police found grenades and guns in his car and house. 26-year-old Jeremy Wilson was in court on gun charges today. Police say he was bragging to some fellow workers about the arsenal in his trunk. They called police, who did a search. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms is investigating Wilson. Detectives say he talked a lot about disliking the federal government. Wilson will be back in court next Friday.
Just moments ago at City Hall, an announcement about the site for the new football stadium.
Let's get right to Channel 3's Tom Barris for the latest on this breaking story. Tom, what's going on here?
Well, Dawn, if there was any doubt where the new Brown Stadium is going to be built, tonight it is absolutely certain. Behind me, the chairman of a special site selection panel are giving that panel's recommendation. They say build it on the lakefront. 2 surprises. This decision comes 6 days before next Thursday's deadline, and the vote was unanimous, 6-0. The reasons to put the new stadium where the old stadium is boiled down to time and money. The committee decided there were too many unanswered questions involved with the Norfolk and Southern Railroad property over by Gateway. Questions about highways, parking, and hazardous waste. Some council people have been very strong in arguing that the lakefront should be kept open for other development, but those councilmen on the committee wound up changing their minds. Mayor White will get recommendations from the NFL, also from the City Planning Commission, but those are somewhat anticlimactic. Mayor White, of course, all along had wanted the stadium to go on the lakefront, and again, tonight's decision leaves little doubt that that's where it'll wind up. We'll have more reaction to tonight's announcement on Channel 3 News at 11. Don,
Not a real big surprise.
Not a surprise, but again, I think the speed and the fact that it was absolutely unanimous with no dissenting votes from council.
All right, thanks, Tom. We're going to be right back in just a second. The plot thickens in the bizarre case involving a police officer and Mayor White's top aide.
It's not even a year old, and plans are already in the works for expansion. We'll fill you in.
Plus, just what is a lemur? And why are they so happy? We'll tell you all about it coming up.
Ah, spring. Optimism blooms and life's cares drift away. Time to start a new, exciting relationship, especially when the Honda Accord has so much to love. Its quality and reliability are so long-lasting, it'll be the object of your affection spring after spring. Right time, right car. Get 3.9% APR financing for up to 48 months on all 96 Accords.
Introducing the Power Card Plus from Finest. It gives you quick and easy check approval, plus a lot more. It pays you with monthly cashback rewards you can use on anything in the store. And the rewards keep growing as you use your card. So the more you shop, the more you save. And speaking of savings, the card is yours free at Finest. Now there's a plus. The Finest Power Card Plus. All the pluses add up to a whole lot of savings because at Finest, we're the people who save you money.
JCPenney's One Sweet Sale is Saturday. We're giving away candy bars with certificates inside with great savings. Or a shopping spree. Saturday. Open 9 a.m. at JCPenney.
Country Kitchen asks, what's it take to be the country's best? Start with the freshest ingredients? Stir in the friendliest staff around? Add a big helping of fun? How about all of the above?
And that's just what we put into our double up skillet. 2 eggs, 2 strips of bacon, crisp hash browns, and 2 pieces of French toast. And now, for a limited time, it's only $2.49.
Country's best comes from our kitchen. Only Country Kitchen.
I'm here to turn myself in.
All right. What did you do?
Tom Fry bought an S-Series instead of a Ranger.
I had to have the power.
With more power and standard ABS.
And I did it all for the almighty dollar.
For $700 less than Ranger.
Bought a Chevy S-Series, didn't you?
I saved a bundle, Sergeant.
There's no law against saving money.
Get a Chevy S-Series pickup and get $600 cash back at your Chevy Network dealer.
You're watching Channel 3 News with Dawn Stenson and Judd Hendrick. Today's sports headlines from Jim Donovan and Doppler 3 weather from forecaster Amy Haston. Now, Channel 3 News continues.
More fallout today from the investigation into an alleged incident involving Mayor White's chief of staff.
A union official representing EMS workers has filed a grievance against the city and the public safety director. As Craig Deborah reports, the city says the grievance will not stop this investigation.
The union says it doesn't want to stand in the way of a police investigation, but it also wants to send a message to investigators.
The city is supposed to notify the union and advise them that there is an investigation ongoing and when they will be conducting it and how they intend to be conducting it.
Kemp says union members working the night of April 11th are being questioned. Investigators want to know if workers know anything about the incident involving the mayor's chief of staff and an officer. CARE, or the Cleveland Association of Rescue Employees, filed a grievance today against the city and public safety director, charging them with violations of labor agreements.
I don't think they have merit. We have an investigation going on. The individuals had union representation there.
Denahan says investigators will continue their interviews until finished. The questioning of EMS workers is aimed at uncovering a witness to an April 11th call. Some say that call is the linchpin in a possible case against LaVon Turner. On the night of April 11th, the mayor's chief of staff is accused of verbally abusing an officer after a traffic accident. That officer claims to have called an ambulance to treat an injured passenger. So far, records of that call have not turned up.
I think that this will all come to a head in the next 2 or 3 days or within the next week.
In Cleveland, Craig Deborah, Channel 3 News.
The State Employees Relations Board will look into the union grievance. If neither side accepts mediation, then the charges will be heard by the entire board.
The home of rock and roll is so successful, it needs more space. Officials at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Museum are planning an addition. The expansion will be along the west side of the building. The 2 new levels would be built below ground and would be used for meetings, special events, or temporary exhibits. So far, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has averaged 72,000 visitors a month.
Some students in Wadsworth got to learn a little more about the TV business today, thanks to one of our own. Akron Bureau Chief Eric Mansfield served as the keynote speaker to 1,400 kids at Wadsworth High School this morning. Eric's presentation was followed by career workshops so the students could learn about all sorts of careers. Eric took questions from the students, which included one boy who made a marriage proposal to Amy Haston. Amy says she's flattered, but she's already engaged.
That's right, but it's always nice to be asked just the same. Well, how's your weekend weather forecast shaping up? I'll tell you whether it will rain or shine up next.
Thanks, Amy. And also just ahead, a beautiful night. Beautiful for baseball. You're looking at a live picture from Jacobs Field right now. Jimmy gets us ready for the game next. There they are warming up.
Customized savings up to $10,000 tomorrow at Spitzer Chevy in Northfield, the custom van capital of America. See hundreds of custom vans on display. Save thousands of dollars off list. Up to $10,000 on brand new full-size vans. Just $299 a month for a brand new 96 Astro. Loaded with equipment and completely customized. Buy it for just $299 a month. Whatever kind of custom van you want, we have a deal that's custom made for you. Tomorrow at Spitzer Chevy in Northfield.
We're halfway through the Value City Furniture Sell-a-thon. You still have time to get out and save. Bill in Buffalo, how's business?
Booming. A 4-piece bedroom set for only $296, and a swivel rocker for only $98 with a free ottoman. How's that for savings?
Sounds terrific. And here's something else that sounds Ventittle and the Value City Furniture Ensemble.
Value City Furniture, we furnish the saving, yeah.
Now at iMasters, you'll be seeing double with 2 great offers on glasses. You can save 50% on all frames. Over 2,000 frames are half off, even designer frames. Or buy 1 pair and get 1 free. That's 2 pairs for the price of 1. It's a great deal, no matter how you look at it. 50% off frames, or buy 1 pair, get 1 free. Both for a short time at iMasters, where you're a person, not a prescription.
Paying too much for those little extras? Come to Old Country Buffet. We give you all the home cooking you can eat for one low price, including desserts and beverages. Old Country Buffet. We're real close to home.
Continental Airlines. Now among the best in the business at handling your baggage.
Well, if you're headed down to Jacobs Field tonight, don't rule out the chances for a rain shower or thunder shower at any time. The good news is, however, as we look at Doppler 3 radar, we have dry conditions out there for the time being. But as the evening progresses and a cold front nears Ohio, we will have continued chances for rain showers and thunderstorms, and those chances will become greater as we head toward the midnight hour. A look at where we've been so far for this day. Our high temperature up to 75 degrees. Our morning low down to a pleasant 59 degrees. Normally we're between 59 degrees as a high and 38 degrees as a low for our temperature extremes this time of year. So the 75-degree weather really was wonderful. Sunrise tomorrow will be here at 6:40. Sunset tonight at 11 minutes after 8 o'clock. At 71 degrees presently, 42% the relative humidity. Pressure at 29 and 82 inches of mercury. Winds very breezy from the southwest at 15 miles per hour, out ahead of a cold front that will be producing some stormy weather likely in the next 12 hours or so. Now, just a reminder, EarthFest 96 this Sunday at the Cleveland Metro Park Zoo from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. $2 admission. It should be a fun day for the family, and it should be pretty nice weather-wise. Look at temperatures statewide. 74 right now for Dayton, 74 also for Toledo, mid to upper 70s across the southern area of the state. And with those southwesterly winds out ahead of a cold front, they are helping to usher up warm but unstable air from the south, and we'll continue to have chances for rain showers and thunderstorms increase as we head toward midnight through early tomorrow morning out ahead of that cold front. As I said, the next couple of hours, don't rule out the chances for random rain shower or thunder shower, but those chances will increase as we head through late evening through early morning. By midday tomorrow, the cold front should be slicing the state in half. Out ahead of it, the rain showers and thunderstorms, they will be pushing off the east coast of the United States eventually, and by late tomorrow afternoon, we should begin to see some sunshine, and that will carry over into Sunday with slightly cooler temperatures in our forecast for the rest of the weekend. While they're still getting some snow in areas of Canada, rain showers across the southwestern section of the country, and some sunshine for California into Nevada. Tonight, rain showers and thunderstorms developing. Some storms could be severe. The low dropping to 58 degrees, and that means chances for some hail, possibly some very strong winds with those storms as well. Early morning rain and thunder tomorrow, partly sunny by afternoon, the high a pleasant 74 degrees, and tomorrow night partly cloudy skies, the low dropping to 52. Here's a look at the 5-day forecast. 69 degrees and sunshine for Sunday. Upper 60s into Monday, but good chances for a rain shower or a thunder shower. Then Tuesday into Wednesday, temperatures will moderate a little bit back into the low 60s and partly sunny skies at that time. And the nice folks at the Earth Day Coalition sent me a tree to plant this Sunday, so I think I know what I'll be doing. The weather should be nice for that.
What kind of tree is it?
Looks like a little pine tree. A little baby pine tree.
And then Cleanland, Ohio is going to be next weekend.
That's right.
Along with Walk America, Big Walk on Sunday.
Great weather for that, as always.
Oh, yes. Thanks, Amy. Well, it was a great day for a spring fashion show, especially because this show raised awareness and funds for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Cleveland. Students like Elisa Barnes, a senior at East High School, told hundreds of generous supporters how the Boys and Girls Clubs of Cleveland changed her life and shaped her goals for college. Then professional models donated their talents for the spring fashion show, and dozens of the Boys and Girls Club students strutted down the runway. But little John here, 8 years old, he stole the show with his smooth moves, and we love that hat. Isn't he cute, John?
He is a good-looking guy.
Welcome to Jacobs Field. The Indians are back home. Coming up in sports, we'll see if they can make it 5-0 against the Boston Red Sox this year.
And a little later, the weather is so nice, even some of the animals were all smiles today. If we can get him to turn his head. There he's.
What will you do with the money you save at Speedy?
I saved $49 on my Honda's brakes, so I got my husband surfing lessons.
I saved $44 on my brake job over the dealer, and I'm keeping it.
Right now, get 20% off all brake parts at Speedy.
I saved $53 on my minivan's brakes. I guess I got number 99 here, skating lessons.
And at Speedy, you never need an appointment. Speedy for brakes, Speedy for savings. Guaranteed.
If you're looking for a new car, now's a great time to check out Buick's lineup.
Because right now during Buick's Go for the Green, you'll get $1,000 cash back when you go for a brand new 96 Skylark or Regal, $1,500 cash back on the Classic Century.
Numbers don't lie.
Or choose super low 4.8% financing. You can even get special low payment leases on these luxury Buicks. So what are you waiting for? Go, go, go for the green at your Buick dealer today.
It pays to go with a winner.
Do you know which grass and weed killer works faster? The weeds do. Weeds can't hide from Spectracide.
If you want relief from minor arthritis pain, turn up the heat on arthritis. Just minutes after applying Ultra Strength Bengay, you can actually see the heat. It's the strongest, most advanced Bengay ever, with the heating power of 3 pain relievers. So turn up the heat on arthritis.
There's only one way to hold on to the Tribe's dream season forever. Come to McDonald's for the Season of Dreams baseballs for just $3.99 each. For the first time ever, you can own the official Cleveland Indians Collectors Series that captures the Tribe's 3 major milestones of the '95 Dream Season in fabulous full-color authentic detail.
And the only place you can get them is at McDonald's.
Season of Dreams baseballs for just $3.99 each at McDonald's.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Jacobs Field. And if the rain holds off, the Indians and Red Sox are set to go. Last weekend in Boston, the Indians got nice and healthy against Boston as they swept them in a 4-game series. So let's see if they can do it again here at Jacobs Field as Dennis Martinez is on the mound. The only concern, the only down part of the road trip for the Indians came the other night, and really the last 2 times this kid has pitched. Paul Shuey out of the bullpen after being called up from Buffalo. He's had his problems. He certainly had them against the Twins the other night when the Indians blew a 7-2 lead, and Shuey gave up the 2 bomb home runs, and Minnesota came all the way back to win the game. So if Shuey gets in there once again tonight, he is really on the fire, it seems, to try and hold on to his spot with the major league spot. Now let's go on to the Red Sox, who are off to a terrible start. They only won their 3rd game of the season yesterday when they won in Baltimore. But winning in Baltimore is no small feat this year because the Orioles are tough. But Mo Vaughn got going. He hit a home run, and once he gets going, he can literally put this team on his shoulders and carry them. Tom Flash Gordon pitches for the Red Sox tonight. We'll have all the highlights and post-game reaction coming up at 11 o'clock. Well, here's the deal. From Cleveland State, it appears that Raleigh Massimino is the man that they want to be the next head coach at Cleveland State. The search committee wants him. The athletic director wants him. The president of Cleveland State wants him. Massimino wants Cleveland State. But now, this weekend, they will continue negotiations to try and work out a contract to bring Raleigh Massimino to Cleveland State early next week as the head coach of the Cleveland State Vikings. Now the Cavs have 2 games left. If they win them both, then they'll wrap up the 4th spot and a home court advantage in the opening round of the playoffs. A terrific week so far. The rally against Atlanta and the win last night, the blowout variety win over the New York Knicks. Playoff intensity, it's really been that way for the last couple of weeks, especially for Danny Ferry. Here's Ron Yatz.
Joey Crawford just got in between Patrick Ewing and Danny Ferry as Ferry has to be restrained by Tyrone Hill.
Danny Ferry's just about the last guy you'd expect in the middle of a fight, and definitely the last guy you'd see starting one. But oh, there's a fuss.
Well, he gave me a couple of elbows, and I didn't, I just wanted to let him know that I appreciate it. That's it.
When he got in my face, I really wasn't expecting it. I wasn't going to back down. But he had said I elbowed him. I don't know if I did or not. If I did, it was inadvertent, and there wasn't very much of one. I'm just out there trying to play hard.
In Cleveland, we know Danny Ferry is exactly that, a hard worker. But around the NBA, the opinion is not as nice.
Is Danny Ferry a dirty player? Very dirty. Sewer dirty. See, there's toilet dirty and there's sewer dirty. He's sewer dirty. Danny Ferry's dirty.
The 7'1", 303-pound O'Neal wasn't happy after this shoving match between teammate Horace Grant and Ferry last week. Ferry may be becoming aggressive, but dirty? I don't see Rick Mahorn in him. Ron Yance, Channel 3 Sports.
All right, thanks, Ron. It's the Cavs and Pistons tomorrow afternoon at 1. Then Sunday they'll round out the regular season against the Indiana Pacers, and then we'll see where all the chips fall as the playoffs will begin next week. The Lumberjacks start their playoffs tonight. Best-of-5 series at Gund Arena at 7 o'clock. Opening faceoff, they take on the Michigan K-Wings. Lumberjacks prepared this week and had an awful lot of time to get ready for this game tonight. The playoffs bring a whole new level of intensity, and they turn it up a notch.
The playoffs is always different than regular season. It's do or die, so there's a lot more contact and more intensity.
We've had a week to prepare and rest some injuries, so there's no reason not to feel confident heading into the series.
6 of the games between those two teams this year have gone to shootouts. No shootouts in the playoffs, though. It would be decided in sudden death overtime. We'll have all the highlights from the Lumberjacks tonight at 11. Lots of good reasons, Judd and Dawn, to join us again tonight at 11, at least in our sports category.
Thanks for those good reasons, Jimmy.
Okay.
And we're going to be right back in just a second.
Back there.
Don't worry, love. You're riding in the world's first sport utility wagon.
I am.
That's right. This here's the all-wheel drive Subaru Outback.
That's great.
You know, it's got more cargo space than a passport.
Uh-huh.
The ground clearance of an Explorer.
Yeah, but...
Oh, and did I mention, it gets much better gas mileage than a Jeep Cherokee.
Outback, you say?
Subaru Outback. The world's first sport utility wagon.
I got lots of great new stuff for spring, for half what I would have paid in the department stores at Burlington Coat Factory. They're definitely more than great coats.
Hi, Doug Deacon back again for the Wicker Company. Spring is here. Plant yourself in a new patio set and save. If you're in the market for wicker, rattan, or patio sets, why not check out Northeastern Ohio's biggest selection? We have the best quality and the most knowledgeable salespeople. All this and the lowest prices too. No reason to look anyplace else. We have everything to make this your most comfortable summer yet. Selection, service, price, quality, and me, the Deacon of Wicker. Now with 4 locations, there's a Wicker Company near you.
The savings are super this Saturday at Minnesota Fabrics. Save 20 to 50% on a special selection of fabrics, notion, home decor, and more. This Saturday only at Minnesota Fabrics.
Introducing the $16,000 BMW. Presenting the $16,000 Lexus. Behold, the $16,000 Mercedes. To everyone who thought it was impossible to build an affordably priced luxury car, we have just one thing to say. Take a seat. The Nissan Altima. Now lease an Altima GXE for $199 a month and $750 down for 36 months.
And finally tonight, do you know what a lemur is?
If not, then maybe you should take a trip to Akron this weekend. The folks at the Akron Zoo released 4 lemurs back into their zoo habitat today, signifying the zoo is ready to open for the season. Look at that guy. The grand opening is set for tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. And as for lemurs, they're actually primates. They act a lot like monkeys, but don't get too close. Lemurs have a loud, high-pitched scream, and they can jump up to 70 feet, but they are beautiful.
And that would scare you a lot. Scare me. That's our report this Friday evening. Thank you for joining us.
See you at 11.